started with a ball of yarn and a hook. That's it. There was no machine, no fancy tools, just yarn, a hook, and two hands that had no idea what they were doing. Guess what? Isn't that where all beautiful stories begin? With nothing, absolutely nothing. A clear, ideal mind before that spark that comes from a little curious mind wandering into space. Boredom, idleness, call it whatever you want. Sitting alone, aloof, and watching time go by. I decided to just watch people crochet online, making so many beautiful blankets, hats, and bags. Something about them pulled me in, so I told my mom I loved what they produced, and she got me a crochet hook and some yarn, and that fanned the spark. I hit the ground running night and day. Every free time I got, I wanted to crochet. I wanted to create lovely pieces myself and show them to my family members and my friends in school. Initially, I struggled to hold the hook properly. My stitches were all wrong. The yarn kept tangling. The first thing I tried to make looked like a lopsided shoelace. It was bad. Some of my schoolmates laughed at me, and that was the last time I showed those group of schoolmates my pieces. The judgment of my work bruised my self-confidence. I knew that they looked nothing like the ones I spent my free time watching online, but I didn't give up. I kept going, watching, learning, and relearning. I kept at it. I practiced during breaks in school, after school. Then, something amazing started happening. I began seeing the beauty in what I was creating, from nothing to beautiful pieces. I held on to the words of Zig Ziglar. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. I knew that in just a matter of time, I would be great at it. I painted that picture in my mind and made it preoccupy my thoughts. With each attempt, every piece I made, no matter how small, I learned patience, focus, and fulfillment. These brought me so much joy. I wasn't just making things. I was learning what it meant to stick to a particular course, even when it's hard, even when it seems as if I'm not making much progress. Then, I started gifting to my close friends tote bags, hair ruffles, caps, bookmarks, socks, keyrings, pouches, even coasters. I made every single thing I could imagine. My mom got worried asking me who would buy them. At that time, I didn't care about selling them. I just loved the joy it brought to my friends. I was glad that I had seen a quote by Marta Sinetta that states, "Do what you love and the money will follow." I soon started replying my mom, "Mom, don't worry, very soon the money will follow." I shared with her the story of a girl named Kudzima Dima from Zimbabwe. She started crocheting when she was 14. Today, she sells her handmade bags and foam pouches on Instagram and has built a small but loyal community of buyers. If she can do it, I believed I could too. That was very close to my age, and I drew inspiration from her online success. We also have Benjamin Holtrop, a teen in the US who turned his love for sewing into a design business. Then, Marley Diaz, who at age 11 started a book drive to collect 1,000 books featuring Black girl protagonists. We also have Michaela Omer, who began selling homemade lemonade right from the front of her home yard in Austin, Texas at the age of 4. Her brand, Me and the Bees, is now on the shelves of major supermarkets in the United States. And right here in Nigeria, Sheon Osewa started building websites at the age of 15. He later founded Nairaland, one of Africa's most visited websites. The list is endless. So why do you wait for permission to begin to ignite the already burning desire to birth something truly liberating? Crocheting may seem simple, but it has taught me something truly powerful. You don't need much to begin. I have come to realize it isn't until you have mastered the art of something or gotten all the inventory or resources that you should launch that dream inside. Sometimes all you need is a spark. It could come as a burning desire, that urge that keeps you awake at night, visualizing what the idea would look like. What you need to add to that spark is a bit of courage. Then you could turn nothing into something. In fact, I found out that science supports what I've been experiencing. When we engage in creative activities like crocheting, painting, or writing, Our brains release dopamine, the feel-good chemical that boosts mood and motivation. According to a study published in the Journal of Positive Psychology, people who engage in creative activities regularly experience higher levels of flourishing, a sense of growth and purpose. I felt it too. Physically using our hands in rhythmic ways like stitching or sculpting reduces the stress hormone, improves focus, and improves enhanced coordination. Isn't it incredible that something so small can have such great impact on our body and brain? Ultimately, that's the heart of this speech. I started off bored, then curiosity set in. I found something that piqued my interest. I stayed consistent, learning and practicing with the support of my mom, of course. And I am glad to say that those friends I gave my pieces to were not just beneficiaries. They became my advocates, my salesmen. They asked their parents for money to buy for themselves, other friends, and relatives of theirs, because they always placed orders on what they wanted and how they wanted it. And it was truly satisfying that I could turn a spark into a little business, learning some bookkeeping and accounting skills. So to you today, it must not be about yarn. It could be anything. It's about us learning that we can make something from nothing. We can build something and be great at it, starting where we are with what we have. So to everyone listening, especially young people like me, don't wait for anybody to tell you you're old enough, ready enough, or talented enough. What's meant for you is waiting for you to take that first imperfect step. Start small, start messy, start now. Because creating something from nothing might be the very thing that helps you discover who you really are. Don't be afraid to try. Don't wait for perfection. Find joy in the process and take pride in the progress. Parents, be like my mom, who didn't criticize me when I asked for balls of yarn to keep practicing, but patiently encouraged me every time I didn't like how my pieces turned out to be. Imagine she was the first person who laughed at me when I made lopsided shoelaces. Support your child's interests, even the ones that don't seem practical. Many great ideas start out as hobbies. I believe creativity should be a core part of our curriculum. Many renowned inventions we still use today were from creative minds. Schools should allow students to explore passion projects and turn them into real-world solutions. So I ask you again, what can you create if you believe that what you already have is enough to begin? Please start right away. Who knows? It could just be the next global breakthrough coming from a young person like me. I started my journey with a hook and yarn, and it changed everything. I am happy, I make money, and I feel very fulfilled. Now it's your turn. Finally, remember to begin your journey. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can from nothing to something. I wish you a very adventurous experience, fulfillment all the way. Thank you.